It's Monday and I'm not gonna have my theme music in this video because I don't feel like digging it out of my iTunes again, and I just filmed this and the internet hates me, so my converter like cut the video in half because it was under 5 minutes because it's a trial because I'm too lazy to buy it. Well, I'm not too lazy, it's just it's like $40. So yes, it is Monday and I'm making my video over again because the internet hates me. So what I'm talking about this week, my hair is clean now. Anyway, what I'm talking about this week is legislators in Louisiana are wanting to cut or pass a bill, not cut, a bill to prohibit human-animal hybrids, which the way they phrase it, I think, is kind of, what's the word? It's kind of, it gives you a misconception of what they mean. Because when you hear the word a hybrid, you think of two things combined on a really, like, severe level, I guess. Like, hybrid plants, you know, or like two different plants. Like, there's, like, tomatoes they made that they like injected them with like salmon DNA so they could survive in colder climates. Or like if you've ever read like the Maximum Ride novels by James Patterson, they're about the erasers and the flock, which the erasers are like dog-human hybrids, and then the flock are these like 6 kids or something that are like half bird. And you think of like stuff like that, and you think, oh, that might not be that bad of a thing to ban because it could definitely be used for, you know, ulterior motives and purposes and that sort of thing. But what it's used for is, you know, mainly like medical stuff on a much smaller scale than you would think it is. Like, what are the examples they give? The biggest one is that people use, like, doctors use bacteria cells to, people use bacteria cells and they grow them and they combine them with other human cells, and, you know, the bacteria is, you know, sometimes from animals other than human, and they use it to make insulin, which, I mean, it's pretty important drug, you know, if you're diabetic. You know, you couldn't really live without insulin. That would not be good. And it's used for all kinds of like research that could potentially, you know, change, you know, the medical field. Like, what if someday they discover some way to use like pig cells or monkey cells or whatever the heck to cure cancer? I mean, how horrible would that be? If you figured out a way to cure cancer and the government was like, no, you can't do that because the Catholics passed a bill, and it's just kind of, it's so stupid because there's absolutely nothing wrong with it whatsoever. And it just makes me sort of just disappointed in the world that there are people out here that would try to stop something that could do so much good for utterly nonsensical reasons. You know, just because, like the person who wrote the blog, PZ Meyer, said, just because you think something is icky is no reason to, you know, not do it. You know, there are lots of things I do that I don't particularly like doing, but I know I have to do them to, you know, keep up my, you know, it is a, like, responsible human being, you know? But yes, so the Catholics in Louisiana want to pass this bill to prohibit human and animal hybrids for no reason other than, you know, they think it's bad, which really, it makes sense that they, of all people, would want to block it because, you know, the whole, like, the Bible and evolution, and I'm sure that in some way or another changing human cells and stuff and like combining them with animals is definitely a big